So here's a bit of the Democrat messaging on this, because it really has been a total meltdown and misrepresentation in many cases of what this means and what this is. But so the audience understands this is where the Democrats are on this today. This is soundbite one, a montage.
Those Republican leaders who are trying to weaponize the use of the law against women, well, we say, how dare they?
This is the first time in my living memory that the United States Supreme Court has actually taken away a right.
What are the next things that are going to be attacked? Because this MAGA crowd is really the most extreme political organization that's existed in American history, in recent American history.
It all comes down to who should make decisions about your health, your life, and your future as a woman in America.
Republicans are spending all their focus on the leak because they don't want to talk about Roe v. Wade, where they know they're on the wrong side of history.
They have been out there plotting, carefully cultivating these Supreme Court justices so they could have a majority on the bench who would accomplish something that the majority of Americans do not want.
If you stand for freedom, for self-determination, for the right to privacy, if you stand for these principles, stand with us.
Oh, boy. Apparently, Kamala Harris's speechwriters wrote and rewrote that speech for her to deliver at Emily's List so she finally could look tough on something, Rich. To me, it's like, I don't see Republicans afraid to talk about Roe versus Wade. Not at all. I see the Democrats trying to say this is about reproductive freedom and not wanting to touch what an abortion actually is and what the Republicans actually want, which is for the United States of America, which is a republic, to operate as a republic where we have a small federal government that doesn't pass a whole lot of laws and the states get to decide how the people within them are going to live as voted on by those people.
Yeah, it's very telling. In all those clips, which are quite representative, there's really no one arguing abortion is in the Constitution. Here it is. Here's the line that establishes a right to abortion that the founders put in the Constitution or is in one of the amendments, because it's not there. I mean, the closest you get is Kamala Harris referring to a right to privacy, which is very nebulous and vague. The rest of it is public opinions in favor of Roe, and this is an important right. And those are fine arguments to make. I would disagree with them, but they don't really make a constitutional argument because there isn't one. And the court's role is to interpret the Constitution, and when it's been wrong, to reverse itself. And there's no warrant for this. And honest pro-choicers like my former great legendary boss, Charles Krauthammer, he was pro-choice, but he said Roe's travesty. It's just not there. And the fact is Roe hopefully was going to go away. We'll see. And then most places, most people who would inherently nod along to Elizabeth Warren and Kamala Harris, they live in California or New York, where nothing is going to change. Literally nothing is going to change. And I do think Democrats, they sincerely are invested in abortion in a major way. But two, they realize talking about this is better for them than talking about anything else that's going on. So they're desperate to talk about this. But I just wonder, when Texas banned abortion or sort of a clever way around Roe. Terry McAuliffe tried to run on in Virginia. It didn't get him anything. So I just wonder in most blue jurisdictions in America, how much this is actually going to play. In some other red state, women won't be able to get an abortion after 15 weeks. Is that really going to be a cause of outrage that knocks inflation off of the top of mind concern for people? I kind of doubt it. And then you'll have red states where you'll have pretty sweeping prohibitions, but they'll be popular. And then you'll have some states where, purplish states where it's a real political war, and they'll come out somewhere in between. But that, as you allude to, that's what happens in a democratic republic, right? It's messy. You have a debate, and then you have some sort of settlement or consensus. And if it's not in if mores change or political opinions change, then you move the needle and you change the laws. And again, it'd been much better if we would have been doing that the last half century, but we didn't because of the travesty of Roe.
Take a moment and think of the best burger you've ever had. Picture it fondly, longingly. Imagine that first mouth-watering bite, and then throw it in the trash. Why? Because you're about to have a new favorite burger. I'm talking about the American Wagyu burgers from Good Ranchers. Everything else they sell is amazing. This is too. The only thing that can make them better is that you can get 2 pounds of this free as long as you enter my promo code, MEGYN, Megyn. You've got a problem. I got a problem. We all have a problem. It's a meat problem. And that meat problem is that 85% of the grass-fed beef in stores and online is imported from overseas, and who the heck knows where from. Don't pay a premium for low-quality foreign meat. Good Ranchers sells 100% American meat, and they deliver it to your door for a great price. It's well packaged. It's tasty. It can be marinated, seasoned if you want. Good Ranchers helps solve your meat problem with free shipping too. Go to goodranchers.com/Megyn, MEGYN right now. Good Ranchers, American meat delivered. And if you're not the person who buys the meat in your house, tell the person who is to check out Good Ranchers. Hey, thanks so much for watching. If you like what you just saw, hit the subscribe button for more clips and full episodes.